Growing up isolated, spending my early 20s isolated, made me dangerous in a good way. So ask yourself, okay, like even when you go to another city, I'm not talking about living in country, I'm not talking about travel abroad, okay? If you go to a different city alone, you're gonna feel scary, yeah, a little bit. Like most of you gonna call some friends out there if you got one. Most of you gonna take your friends to the trip to not feel lonely, yeah? And imagine I'm no, even I don't have any friends right now. I used to live abroad all alone, where I didn't know the language, where I didn't know anyone, where I didn't have any documents, okay, just my passport. And basically, if something happened to me, like for example, let's say hospital, I should provide a bunch of documents, okay? So I go to travel alone, like it's very funny actually, like I can go walk all alone, I just meet my headphones. And at night, in the morning, like especially it's very funny when you're in the new city, in the new country, and at night you're like you are going outside all alone and you basically have no idea it's dangerous, it's not dangerous, what's gonna happen with you, what's not gonna happen with you. But you basically don't care. You know why? Because all your best years you spent alone, you spent isolated, like you did everything for yourself, okay? You take care of yourself, you build yourself, like you learned who you are in isolation, yeah? Just you don't need anyone anymore. You don't seek people validation. You don't need anyone to speak with you so you don't feel lonely. You are not waking up checking your phone to see notifications like who texted you, who didn't text you. You are not diving into relationships, even toxic ones, just to not feel lonely. You are not around the fake toxic people just, to be not bored, to not be lonely. And it's actually beating your aura, okay? Like you are becoming the finally man that you always wanted to be. Like you just to be honest, like when you're around with the people, you are not fully yourself, okay? Most of you guys like why now Gen Z like fully support like bad habits, bad lifestyle? Because everyone copy each other, okay? Someone smoke, anyone copy them. Someone do drugs, anyone copy them, okay? Someone drink alcohol, anyone copy them. And no one is unique, okay? Like in my whole life experience, I like rarely met someone with unique personality. Like all of them are copy and paste of each other, just a little bit differences, okay? I barely like men and women, like I barely met someone interesting to sit around, have a conversation, like learn something or you teach them something. It's usually like old people, like who have like life experience, like 60 years old plus, okay? But they are from another generation. They don't understand your talks, but it's interesting to hear their opinion on some things or learn something from their life experience. That's it. And when you're spending too much time alone, in deep inside in your talks, like fully understanding who you are as a person, you don't need anyone anymore. You're becoming dangerous, okay? Like you can just pack all your things, like fly like another part of the world all alone without having anyone, and you can live there out there alone, just not having anyone. And this is very, very funny, actually. It's very dangerous. And I don't say stay lonely, stay alone, or whatever, like forever, but it's actually a very, very good life experience that I think everyone should pass. And in my case, it was because of like who didn't watch my previous video, because of like I stuck in small town, I got betrayed from everyone, I got disappointed of any of my friends, like anyone I knew, okay, before. Even though I always was a good person, or even though I always was there for them, even though I always was the one who were always even though I was the person who was always thinking like what need to be done, where we should go, okay? And when you're passing through loneliness and you're learning how to live alone, you and now I don't need anyone, I don't need any fake friends, I don't need anyone anymore in my life, and I'm fully happy. And in the future, if some good people gonna come into my life, okay, they're welcome, okay. If not, okay, cool. I'm not gonna be sad because of, I don't have any friends. I don't need anyone anymore in my life, and it's very, very actually dangerous. Like I rarely see someone, especially in very, very young age, that they can live fully alone, like take care of themselves fully alone, without anyone, without any distraction, without being validated anytime, and it's very funny and think it's a journey for every man, especially for men, yeah. They need to go through to realize who they are truly. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.